Hey Leo, you've always been the light, haven't you? The one who lifts the room, the one who brings color where everything feels gray, the one who remembers everyone's birthday, comforts others even when your own world is unraveling, and smiles so brightly no one thinks to ask if you're okay. You've made a life out of showing up for others, even when you're exhausted, even when you feel invisible, even when the applause fades and no one's left to say thank you. You're the sunshine they all rely on, and you give it freely because it's who you are, because lighting others up has always been your gift. But Leo, who lights you up? Who sees you when you're not glowing? Who holds space for the version of you that doesn't sparkle? The one who hides behind laughter because it's safer than crying. The one who quietly wonders, if I stop shining, will anyone still stay? Because here's the truth you've been carrying deep inside. Sometimes your radiance feels like a responsibility, like a performance you can't step away from, like a mask you can't take off, like a crown that starts to feel heavier than anyone could imagine. And I know you wear it well, but just because something fits doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. You don't always say it, but I know how lonely it can feel to be the strong one, how exhausting it is to be the motivator, the cheerleader, the one who always has to have it together. Because the moment you falter even a little, it feels like you're letting someone down. So you keep shining, even when the light feels forced, even when your own heart is begging for quiet, even when you're craving a moment where you don't have to be on. Leo, listen to me closely now. Your light is sacred, but it doesn't always have to be public. It doesn't always have to illuminate someone else's path. You are allowed to shine just for you. You are allowed to pull your energy inward, to rest, to dim the glow for a while, not because it's gone, but because even stars take breaks behind clouds. You are allowed to not be the leader today, to not inspire anyone, to not uplift or entertain or organize or fix or show up if your soul is asking you to sit down. You don't have to earn love through radiance. You don't have to be celebrated to be worthy. You don't have to prove your value by how many people smile when you walk into the room. You are enough even when you're quiet, even when you're low energy, even when you're not performing your brightness. Let that land for a moment. You are enough, not because of how you make others feel, but because of who you are when no one else is watching. When the lights are off, when the room is empty, when the mirror reflects back the tired eyes of someone who's spent too long holding it all together. You don't need to be dazzling to be lovable. You just need to be you, even in your softness, even in your mess, even in your sadness. I know vulnerability doesn't come easily to you. Not because you don't feel it's the opposite, actually. You feel everything. But you've been told directly or indirectly that to feel is to falter, that to cry is to crumble, that to need is to weaken your image. But here's the thing, your heart isn't weak. It's wildly alive. It beats with passion, loyalty, devotion. It breaks easily, not because you're fragile, but because you care that much. You've loved people who couldn't love you back. You've poured into places that couldn't hold your depth. You've stood on stages, literal or metaphorical, giving your all, and gone home to empty rooms. And you've convinced yourself that this is just what love looks like, that to give without expectation is noble, that to shine without asking for anything in return is the price of being golden. But Leo, love is not a spotlight. It's not meant to blind you from your own needs. It's not meant to cost you your wholeness. Real love, true, safe, grounded love doesn't need you to be impressive. It needs you to be authentic, to show up not just when you're bright and bold, but when you're quiet and unsure and in need of reassurance. You are not too much when you speak your needs. You are not a burden when you say, I'm tired. You are not selfish when you ask, can you just be here for me? You are worthy of support, not because of what you give, but because you are human. So let go, Leo. Let go of the pressure to perform. Let go of the belief that your worth is tied to applause. Let go of the guilt you carry when you prioritize yourself. Let yourself be held. Let someone love the version of you that's not hosting, not glowing, not saving the day. Let someone meet you in your shadows and stay. And if there's no one around right now to do that, then you do it. You be the one who holds you, not by demanding that you feel better, but by whispering, it's okay to rest. You don't have to be everything today. You don't have to sparkle through the ache. You don't have to paint over your emotions with positivity. You can be a work in progress, a full-hearted, beautifully imperfect, gloriously human Leo, who sometimes needs the sun to set so her soul can sleep. So tonight, before you collapse into bed with a mind full of shoulds, try this instead. Place your hand over your heart. Feel that beat. That's you. That's your life force. That's your rhythm, steady, sacred, yours. Whisper this. My light doesn't have to shine for anyone else right now. It can shine just for me. Say it again, softer this time. I am allowed to rest in the dark. I am allowed to glow inward. I am enough even when I'm still. Let that be your truth tonight. Let it hold you. Let it rewrite the story that says you only matter when you're magnificent. Because Leo, your light is never gone, even when you're not trying, even when no one's watching, even when you're curled up in your softest blanket, crying over a memory you didn't expect to find again. You are still radiant, still royal, still worthy. And the ones who truly love you, they'll stay for the quiet. They'll honor the shadows. They'll whisper back, you don't have to shine for me. I see you anyway. And you'll learn that your light was never about being visible to the world. It was always about being true to yourself. So rest now, Leo. Dim the glow. Let your fire burn low and slow. Let it warm you for once. You deserve that. You've earned that. And you are still golden.